Hey everybody, it's Miss Lisa. I wanted to try to find a way that I could get the information out to you about the program that we're in now, which is called the CACFP, or the After School Snack Program, so that we could get the information out again as quickly as possible, and it would keep me from having to go from site to site to site. We are still in the 2015-16 program year, but the new program year 16-17 will be starting in October 1st actually. So I wanted to make sure that by time October 1st gets here, everybody has a familiarity with the forms, the process, and we worked out all the kinks, and we're ready to go. So I'm going to try my best to keep this between 10 and 15 minutes tops. So here we go. Over to my left, you guys will see some packets back there. Everybody will be getting one of those hopefully within the next couple of days. And all of these forms that I'm going to be talking about, you all will get them. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to show you them now. Really two forms that are most important, and I'm going to go over them. The third form, you get that one. It's called the delivery ticket when the vendor drops the food off. So that one really is just a matter of sending it to me in the packet. So really we're going to talk about two forms. The first one is the roster. The roster is either a form that you are using now to make sure that you check your kids in on a daily basis, or as I said, I will be sending you a supply of rosters. I can actually even email it to you, which will make it easier. You guys can just go in, type in your kids, so you don't have to do it week after week. And then as you get new kids, or you're serving kids from the community, you can just handwrite those in later in the week. But for the purposes of this video, this is what the roster is going to look like. That is a blank roster, and as you can see at the top, it just has the program year. We're still in 15-16. CACFP stands for Child and Adult Care Food Program, or again, it's known as the At-Risk or After School Snack Program. This is a sample of what a roster will look like when you are finished with it for the week and you send it to me at the end of the month. So as you can see, over here in this section, we are talking about the month of August, and then this one was for the week of August 22nd through the 26th. So again, across the top we have Monday through Friday, and then down the side we have all of our kiddos' names. And in this particular example, we typed the names in. So again, for the purposes of the example, you can see that on Monday, that child came. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the first child came. The second child on Monday, they were in attendance. Tuesday, Wednesday, they were out. Thursday, Friday, they were in. So you'll also notice that on this form, there are some people that chose to put the times that the child came in. And then even also on this form, you can see some people used initials to check the child in. It doesn't matter to me one way or the other if you choose to do checks, times, or initial, as long as there's something indicating that that child was there. Also on this form, you can see that down here on the bottom, there are some handwritten children. This could be a number of things. Perhaps when this form was created, those children were enrolled and they enrolled late, or some kids came in from the community and we just had them to, sign in, or you sign them in, showing that they got a meal for that day. So there will be some blank lines available, and you can write in those children's names. So that is the first form, and again, that is our roster. The second form that I'm going to show you is probably the most important form, because this is what the state uses to make sure that we're the number of snacks that we're serving, and to give us the reimbursement for the snacks. As you know, they're purchased up front, and then based on this form that we submit to them every month, will then determine the reimbursement. So this one is called the daily meal count sheet. Very simple. This is what the sheet is going to look like when it's totally complete. For the purposes of this example, I used Frank Parent. So on this side of the form is going to be the sponsoring agency. For the remainder of the 2015-16 program year, it's still going to be the Sheriff Youth Foundation. Then here we're going to put the date. Today happens to be the 12th. And then the day that the food was delivered, the same day. And then the time, the approximate time. For the purpose of the example, again, I just put 12:03. On this side, you're going to put the name of your site. If you are Century YAL, if you're at a park, if you're at a school, wherever you're serving, that's what you're going to put over there. If you get supper and snack, you're going to circle both. Most everyone I know is just getting snack. And then over here is our program year. Again, we're in 2015-16. And then your name. And hey, Deputy Del Toro, I used you as a guinea pig. So anyway, over here on this side, you'll notice that this is the snack section. This form comes in two sections. This top part is the snack, where you're going to log your snack. And if you get supper, the bottom part down here is the supper. So this time will pretty much stay the same every day if you're choosing the time that you're going to serve. So we're going to serve the snack at 3 o'clock. This person has chosen to serve the supper at 5 o'clock. So those numbers are pretty much the same. And you can see the difference for those of you that participated in the summer program. If you recall, we had to serve what was called at the point of service. And what that means is when we give a snack or a lunch meal, that we would then go over here and cross off the number 1 when that meal was given, cross off the number 2 when that meal was given, and so on and so forth. This particular program is a little bit more lenient in that we just need to circle the total number of snacks that was given on that day. So on this particular day, we can see that 40 snacks were served, and then the same thing down here on the suppers, 40 were served. So what's very, very important is that this form, meaning the daily meal count form, should match up to the corresponding day on your roster. So for example, if this is 9/12, I should be able to go to 9/12, which happens to be today, and look at how many children had an X on that particular day. And there should be at least 40 children that are on this roster for that given day. Because if there are not 40 children present, how can we say that we served 40 children all the snacks? So you guys kind of get that. We have to make sure that at least as many children that we served are on the roster. So that is the two forms that we're most concerned about, the roster and the daily meal count sheet. At the end of the month, again, like I said, I'm sending you all out a packet of those forms, and in the packet there is a self-addressed envelope, so you just put everything in the envelope and send it to me. I think the postage will probably be somewhere between $1.75 and $2.05. Feel free to put the postage receipt in the envelope to me, and I will write a check and reimburse you if it's personal. No problem with that. So we can do that as well. So just to recap really quick, we are going to make sure that at the end of the month, hopefully the last day of the month, we're going to be sending the daily meal count sheets, the rosters, and the delivery slips that come with the food on a daily basis. Just a general overview about the food and the serving of the food. Typically, you guys by now know that for the most part we're sending non-perishables. So in the instance that we do send a perishable like a milk or a string cheese, it's going to be on a Monday so that that perishable item can get served on Monday, and we don't have to worry about storing anything in the refrigerator for the remainder of the week. Also, it is my desire that when the snacks come, that they can be separated for what is to be served on a particular day. So the delivery driver should give you a delivery ticket that has what the snack should be for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. So it would be ideal to keep the snacks that are on the ticket for Tuesday together, Wednesday together. So if that means purchasing some bins from Walmart or something like that, if you have any other kind of plan, we can talk about that. But that would be ideal. Next thing is to make sure that the children eat the snack but on the premises. They can't take the snacks away. We do have an exception to the rule called the traveling apple, meaning that they can take one component as long as it is a non-perishable, but for the purposes of continuity and not going outside of things, I just like to say just make them eat the snack right there at the facility. Again, exception, one component. Also, if you're noticing that your number is going up or down for this particular program, unlike the 24-hour notice that you can give me in summer, I have to have a 48-hour notice to give to the drivers. So if you want something to change on Monday, make sure you give me that info by 1 o'clock on Thursday. And then we can increase the number based on what's going on with the program. If you're getting more enrollments, or if kids are going on vacation, if you're noticing on Fridays not many kids come, it doesn't have to be the same number every day. I have some sites that get 50 Monday through Thursday and then just 20 on Friday. So we can do that as well. Same thing for you all that are getting both the snack and the supper meal. If you're noticing that you need more snacks, the number does not have to be the same. I think with that, that's really it. So again, we're going to make sure that we send the roster, the daily meal count sheets, and the delivery tickets once a month. And then also, I really, really want to stress to everybody how important it is to make sure that that daily meal count sheet is truly filled out daily. It is not okay to wait to the end of the week and fill those sheets out, because at any given day, a state monitor could come and they're going to want to see your quote-unquote book. What that means is, like for example, here's a binder that some parks use, and they'll have everything in a 3-ring binder. They'll keep the delivery tickets over on this side. It could be a manila folder, whatever you choose, but when they want to see it, it should be in a one place, and those forms need to be filled out, because if they come on hypothetically the 12th of the month and they want to see the forms from the 1st, 2nd, 3rd all the way up to today, and you don't have them, one thing that you could say is, oh, Miss Lisa came and picked them up. But if the forms are in the book and they're just not filled out, they're going to disallow every one of the meals that we served. And even though we know that we're serving the meals, it's important for the to make sure that we maintain a high standard and make sure that we are following protocol, policies, and procedures. So make sure that you fill those forms out every day. It's really, really easy. For my sites that are only getting 25 or 40, it's just a matter of when the meals come in, you just verify the count. So if on Monday you served everything and you got 40, you marked 40. If you have 2 left, you serve 38. But let's try to make sure that we get rid of all those meals. You guys, don't be afraid to open up your centers to the community and let the kids come in and get the snacks. So another thing that really is no muy bueno when I come and I see an abundance of snacks from previous days just laying around, not good at all. Not good. Make sure that you guys get those snacks served. Also, again, those daily sheets need to be filled out daily. If you guys want to get student workers to help you with that, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure that you check them. You know, it's fine for them to sign them if they're actually handling the food. And I would also be more than happy to come to your site and train the younger people, you know, just because they may be more of a hands-on learner. And again, this video is just to give you a brief overview. If you want me to come out, I'll still do that as well. And of course, feel free to call me. My number is 310-904-4645. Again, 310-904-4645. And I think that concludes.